The first experimental telephone was first invented on March 10th, 1876, by inventor Alexander Graham Bell. It was the beginning of an industry. Bell's assistant, Thomas Watson, distinctly heard Bell speak the first spoken sentence ever transmitted by electricity. It was the innovation of a life-changing discovery, the thumb.
The telephone was first created March 10th, 1876. The significance was to converse with friends or family without leaving home. The Blake transmitter was created April 4th, 1883. It was the first successful telephone transmitter. It was invented by Francis Blake, and it used carbon and platinum-based resistant elements.
Transcontinental call telephone, released on March 10th, 1915. The transcontinental telephone line linked the Atlantic seaboard with the West Coast.
The round-based rotary dial monophone was made January 1st, 1934. This model, dubbed the Shirley Temple phone by collectors, is the first handset telephone used by the independent telephone companies.
The Motorola StarTAC was released January 2nd, 1996. While the DynaTAC may have been the first portable phone, Moto's StarTAC was the first that was actually pocketable.
The Nokia 8810 was released March 14, 1998. Although developers and carriers have been skeptical due to reception issues, this dot-com bomb era silver slider proved that the phone with a built-in antenna could be a hit with consumers. By bringing the antenna inside, it paved the way for a generation of phones that were not only more portable, but also more durable.
The iPhone 2G was released June 29, 2007. This was the first smartphone. It allowed people to communicate easily. It was the foundation of other phones and set the standard of the market. It featured the first touchscreen, and when it was released, it was predicted that it was roughly 5 years ahead of the rest of the market.
iPhone 6, released in September 19, 2014. It demonstrates how far cell phones have come in the past 7 years. It has most of the functionality of a computer, but in a form factor small enough to fit in a pocket.
Well, it's a lot easier to make plans, whether it's, trying to coordinate with my sister to get, childcare coverage with my daughter, or just making plans to go out and do things. I feel like that's just so much easier. But also it's peace of mind. I don't have a landline at home. Most people don't anymore. And so I rely on that for, if like an emergency comes up. Mm-hmm. I brought my phone on me. Or even just in your car, something happens. Yeah. It's instant access to someone. On one hand, I do think it's a great thing for students to have, just because of the communication piece. We want you to be in touch and establishing relationships, and and like the safety issue, just being able to get in touch with your parents and that kind of thing. But I don't like the abbreviation of communication that comes along with phones, like the quick texting and the quick, there's not kind of the practice in having a full conversation, mm-hmm. and really communicating effectively in that kind of way. So, and I do feel like, having longer conversations is kind of an art that has gone away, and part of it could be because of cell phones, but a lot of it I think is just computer use. Mm-hmm. I do, and I think it is that the being able to access information quickly, mm-hmm. And being able to, and actually learning what information is valid and reasonable, as opposed to, because you are getting information quick and easy, yeah. Which I think can be a great thing. But you're being taught by your teachers actually what information on the internet is worth reading, is reliable, is valid. And I think that's critically important.